300 test and some Masteron. What do you think's going on?
It looks like the Hollywood stack, the test Anavar GH stack.
The stack Anavar, yeah, there you go.
With that.
He was on the prime row, and I was like the last 3 weeks of prep, and I needed that prime row. And he's just sitting there off on his phone, looking at his phone, and I asked him how many more sets he had left, and he just goes, 3. And then he goes right back to looking at his phone, and I could just feel the rage swelling up in me because I wanted to get
red line.
It's just anabolic bodybuilding.
It's just anabolic bodybuilding. We're doing it. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to It's Just Bodybuilding. I'm Big Ron Partlow with Dusty Hanshaw and the producer, Scott McNally. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and
ring the bell. Like button.
Yes.
Hype button.
And remember, IamMutant.com. Get your hardcore ISO, get your Mind FK, get your big greens, and everyone should get on the gear. Dusty and Big Ron are your codes. Save money, stay home, have your stuff delivered to you in your underwear. Avoid people. You know, all the stuff that makes us happy. Paul Barnett.
What's up?
Welcome to the show again.
It's just anabolic bodybuilding.
It's just anabolic bodybuilding.
I noticed
We're
something.
Yeah.
I watched a little of your show the other day, Paul, and I thought, he needs me to ring the bell and hype button. He should probably bring me on just for the beginning. You're missing a very important part that'll take
You can come on anytime you want.
And
I just
and
need that 10 seconds and I'm out.
And for those of you that are looking forward to another incredible deep dive Paul interview, you're going to be very disappointed. He's just on the show with us. We're trying to not do. He's a co-host today.
Yes.
How's that?
Yeah,
I don't know how much insight I have to offer anyway.
I
None
do
of us
love
do.
the Commander's hat, though. I love having a little bit of
Thanks.
football in my day, so I
love
appreciate
football.
that. And makes me want to work on my lighting. I mean, Dusty and Scott are doing good, but then Paul's got this like
Yeah, that's
thing
very
going on.
next level.
It's very moody. I like it.
Yeah. I like it. What's going on, Scott? We got some stuff today. Scott's always prepared.
We've got so much stuff. We've got the Austrian oak to talk about. We've got it looks like Andrea had won her show, so we're gonna mention that stuff. We had some questions. We have a fun game I want to play with you guys because I have 3 bodybuilding experts here. So at some point in the day, I've got a bunch of pictures of jacked celebrities, and are these guys using gear? So we're gonna go from like the smaller guys that maybe have a physique and work our way up. And I need to get your expert opinions as to, you know, are these guys on the sauce? So
Okay.
that'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to
Just
it.
a little entertaining little segment to do.
But
and we got a bunch of questions and all that.
Okay. And the starting news is, of course, Regan's going to the Olympia.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, that's the starting. And of course, we have only the most premium contest coverage on this show. You know how we handle things.
Yeah, we're getting everybody that's in first is
depth.
going to get talked about.
We're not going to miss anyone. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Okay. Wow.
This is all we have.
Stunning footage.
Yes.
Well,
this is
it'll
all we
zoom.
have.
It'll zoom. You got some zoom room on this one because it's his wife filmed these, so it's or a friend, so it's going to be better than anything that the IFBB
Better than
put
the
out.
show.
I think the pictures I took at the Texas Pro were actually better than the regular pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did the same for the Atlanta because I filmed from like the 4th row, and I was like, my stuff's better with my iPhone. That's pathetic.
Now, you said, Paul, that you were at the Texas Pro and you were
I
shocked
was
he
up
didn't.
front.
And you were shocked he didn't win.
Yeah, you know, after I heard Tyler Mannion's explanation, I understood the logic, but like,
Okay.
I am, you know, he talked about posing, presentation, control of his midsection, you know, all that stuff. But God damn it, man, when I go to see open bodybuilding, I want to see the biggest, freakiest, hardest guy win.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And he was that. That was him.
Yeah. Well,
I feel
that was
like
going
when
to the
you're
other.
looking at a show, if there's a guy that, you know, it appeared the internet agreed 90% of the people had winning, then I don't think we need to get into if his posing was not quite perfect by the end, or, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that if you got 2 guys that are so tight that everyone in the audience is split, and you're like, all right, we got to grind this out to see who wins. But I don't know. I kind of feel like Tyler's explanation sounded a lot like me explaining myself to my other two wives. Like, if I talked long enough, it started to make sense.
Right.
Yes. You guys know, you go to shows. I mean, when you're there and somebody walks out on stage and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
You just know. You're like, that's the guy right there. It was 2 years ago, I was at the Arnold when Hottie won. And when Hottie walked out, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's just a battle for second place from here on out.
Yeah.
We had that in 2009 when Branch was the first guy to walk out. And we're like, well, Branch is going to win this show until this weird guy named Jay walked out. We go, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Sometimes it's. I mean, you know, I also been to enough shows that I don't go online and say he was robbed because I wasn't there. Right. So we're always like hedging our comments and trying to be. I know this is odd for a lot of people, but reasonable.
What?
Trying to be reasonable online. Commentators, which of course doesn't get you clicks if you don't have a there was a robbery reel to post. You know what I mean? But I'm happy to see Regan going to the O because I think he deserves to be there, and I love his physique too. You know,
he's a freak.
Yeah. When you saw him from the front row at Texas, what are you seeing from an Olympia point of view? Like, you know, him like. What do you see as his ceiling there?
The knock on him, I mean, you guys can tell me, but has always been condition. Like he just never was quite in condition, and he nailed that at the Texas.
Right.
And I think as far as genetics go, I mean, he has the genetics to hang with all the guys. Now I'll say this: Andrew Jack was there, and I got to be backstage and be on stage for the award ceremony, and I shook his hand and talked to him up front. That dude is fucking enormous. Holy shit. he made Regan look small.
Yeah, just like that next level.
I was like, oh damn.
And people who haven't stood beside you don't know how big of a guy you are.
That's true.
Yeah,
right?
Andrew's taller than me.
Yeah, like, you know, you're a big guy, and I felt the same way the first time I got in an elevator with Andrew. I have that, you know, that when you're in an elevator, the confined space sort of magnifies.
Yeah.
If someone's like obscenely large, you know, you're like, oh, there's a lot of this space devoted to one person. And I remember standing in the elevator with Andrew and being like, shit, there's no one else like that on that Olympia stage.
Well, what's crazy is Samson's even bigger than him.
Yeah. Sam's is like an inch shorter though, I think. Yeah. But frame wise, like the width of him and stuff it's overwhelming. So
so I don't see Regan crack. There's no way he cracks the top 5, right? I don't see how he could do that.
No, right? Currently. But top 10.
Yeah, top 10 is realistic.
I see him as should be there. That's what I see. His physique should be top 10. You know what I mean? If it's on properly peaked, everything that we're hoping for. I mean, he's we've said it before. You know, there's a certain amount of prettiness in the world, and it doesn't necessarily get fairly distributed to all the people on this show. And
I got none of it. Damn it.
That's why I lifted weights. I had to make up for it there.
Yeah.
That's why I got a hot wife, so no one looks at me.
Right. Yeah, just to distract. Okay.
I say this, though, about Regan for the Olympia is I was only at one show live, but from what I've seen on the videos, he appears to have gotten better every show, too.
Yeah.
Which is another plus. When guys are, because we all know how this works, people either get better or they fade as they do their third and fourth show. He appears to be getting better, and looking at just the fun he's having, the things he's doing before the shows, the way he looks on the stage, he doesn't look tired, which makes me very confident that trajectory is going to continue to go up. So I would love to see him in the top 10. I think that's a reasonable goal. I think he will pass a lot of guys who beat him in these first few shows. And I mean, to me, Regan's just good for bodybuilding. You can have it all, just none of us can. So I hope to see him do really, really well at the Olympia.
was cool to see his reaction after the show backstage. He was just chill, just like, just like another day at the office. He didn't seem to be bothered by anything. He just, was congratulating everybody and moved on.
That's cool.
And with Patrick, he did get better all year.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he continued, and that was always the knock on him, was if he just got conditioned, and he got conditioned for this show. He's not the biggest guy, so that's what he's going to have to lean on, his conditioning. But he looked, not taking anything away from him. His posing was spot on. His waist is tiny. He's got the tiniest waist, I think, out of anybody I've seen in the open.
Yeah.
But to me, like you said, Dusty, that's classic, right?
Yeah, I what I'm curious about your opinion on, Paul, is does that weighing so well at the smaller shows tend to disappear at the Olympia when everyone's just fucking huge?
That's what I was wondering
of course,
too,
man.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is, like when you're standing up there with one guy that's bigger than you, then it's like, which one do you like? But when you're standing next to 4 guys that are bigger than you, and everyone's in good shape. You know what I'm saying? Like there's none of us at the Olympia, so like everyone's awesome, and so many of them are huge. And that's not a knock on Patrick. The jumps he's made in the last. I mean, 2 years ago I was like, oh, Patrick's career is over, and it wasn't a hater thing. It's just I was seeing what was happening, and he I don't know if you guys know this, but he coached himself.
Yeah.
He just realized. No one knows my physique like me. No one sees me like me. And I think for some guys, that's a mistake because it's ego, because coaches aren't doing what they want them to do.
Yeah.
But in his case, it's undeniable. He was bigger, harder, drier, all of the above than he's ever been. And I don't know how much muscle he put on his legs versus how much muscle he put on and how much he kept on during the diet. Because that's a lot. We all know that. There's that point where you're pushing someone for conditioning and you're watching.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're making a trade here, but is it a good trade? It's getting harder, but the legs are coming off. It's a very tricky thing to do. And I think that's something where if you're really in tune with yourself, you know where that line is. Like we talked to Clarita. He didn't do any cardio for the Olympia last year. None. That was how he kept his legs. And
That's
obviously
crazy.
that's not for everyone, but it is for some. I've got one client that's 61 years old that's a pro that she doesn't do it. I grounded her from cardio and even hiking. I'm like, you're not allowed. I want you in a wheelchair when you go to the grocery store. Like, don't
That's
even
my
walk.
kind of contest prep. Sign me up for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I never got away with that.
We also have the Wings of Strength, right, Scott?
Yeah. Drea,
Yes.
mutant family member. Is she 6-time Miss Olympia now?
Yep, 6-time now. So she won. I'm gonna do my typical coverage. She won. 5th place was also another mutant athlete in Ranya. Great. I'll call it her rookie season because she did one pro show last year right after she turned pro, and then this year was her first like full push.
Right.
Yeah.
Huge fan base. She's gonna blow up. But for me, the talk of the show was actually in 3rd place with Dr. Meg, who we talked about last week, but we kind of trimmed it down, that she was a women's physique competitor, and she was pretty dead set on not doing bodybuilding, which I thought was ridiculous. Paul, I don't know if you know her well, but
I know of her.
She's 5'9" and was 197 at the women's physique show.
Jeez.
So she wouldn't even make the cutoff for classic physique at her height. That's how much muscle she carries. And I think from what I saw
Men's
from
classic
her,
physique.
Men's
Yeah.
classic physique.
men's classic.
She wouldn't
So
make the
the,
cutoff for men's classic. Yeah.
The Wings of Strength asked her if she would do bodybuilding. So she changed her mind, did it, got an Olympia qualification.
Nice.
And I know her personally. She trains at our gym, and both her and her husband said it was her best experience competing ever. She had the most
cool.
fun. And the changes that she needs to make to get better, she can make in open bodybuilding without, that line, Paul, where the changes you need for your physique to be better are great, but they also take you out of the division you're in.
Yeah.
That's where she was at with women's physique, and I was like banging my head against the wall because she seemed pretty set against it. And I'm like, girl, you make those changes, your placings are going to get worse, even though your physique got better.
Yeah.
So it was awesome to see her go up there, get that qualification. And I mean, I think in a year, because she grew a ton this year, she's gonna be very, very scary. I mean, think about it. The only girl that competed in women's physique a week ago is the biggest girl you're looking at on that stage in that picture.
That's funny. And you said she weighed 190,
197, shredded out of her mind.
How tall is she? I mean, Drea's
5'9".
beside her there. Yeah.
She's 5'9". I mean, she's.
I got a question for you guys. It seems like, from what I've seen, like with Paul Barnett and some of these other competitors, they have to have weight caps in women's divisions, don't you think?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Definitely. I mean, I didn't realize there was a problem, but now I mean, was she doing women's physique at that weight? Like 190? Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, Paul Barnett's the same way, right?
Yeah.
Isn't she like 190 something?
Yeah, they're and the thing is that I don't like is it makes it very gray. Like if you look, we talked about this, Paul, like when figure started, it was a very figure, bikini. Now the best figure girls could drop the heels and hit a rear double, and now they're women's physique on the same day.
Yeah.
And some of these women's physiques can just close their hands in a rear double, and now they're female bodybuilders.
It's like Clark Kent putting on his glasses. Like, oh, it's a bodybuilder.
And I think that's the area that they've kind of screwed up is, if you know the sport decently, you should be able to tell right when you look at someone what division they're in. And that's not happening. So I'm very happy to see that. And I'm hoping that a lot of these other girls who are like bigger figure girls, have more muscle, because they put on muscle to try to get away from maybe they don't have the smallest waist or whatever. It's you look better, but you're also a women's physique girl standing in heels now.
I always ask my figure competitors to send me like a back double bicep photo with just check-ins.
Yeah.
Because like the back double bicep tells us, right? Tells us everything that's going on.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, like I mean, looking at you standing there, that's great, but let me see things like moving around and stuff. We do one in your video, hit a back double, and it's like, oh yeah, you're really coming along. Sometimes you see stuff that's not just in the quarter turns, But a lot of them have a great back double. It's amazing when some of these figure competitors hit one, you're like, damn, like you're like, you could do physique, like, and I tell some of them that, and they're like, oh no, I could never do that. Those girls are so hard.
Couldn't.
Yeah. So it's always fun. Okay. What do we got next, Scott?
Well, I wanted to make sure we introduced, so here's the deal. I'm pretty confident, Paul, that if we looked at our audience stats and like our subscribers, we probably have like the same list of subscribers.
Except for
maybe
names. Yeah. Except for maybe like 2 people. And for those 2 people, I wanted to ask you, what was your reasoning to start anabolic bodybuilding? We'll just get like the cliff notes of that for anybody who doesn't know who you are.
The motivations.
I'm trying to think, when did I start the channel? It was during COVID. I was bored as shit. And I've always loved bodybuilding. I used to be a mod on Skip's forum way back in the day.
Ooh, a mod. Wow.
Yeah,
I remember those.
I was
You were a
on
mod. Oh.
Yeah, and Dante trained me for 3 years as well, but I just kind of missed the old forum days, and I kind of wanted to bring that kind of content to YouTube. That was it. Really it. I just wanted to bring that kind of dialogue and content over, and there's just a lot of crappy stuff out there I saw, and I wanted to kind of bring that old school vibe to YouTube. Probably the same reason you did it.
No, I was Dusty and I were starving for attention.
Yeah. Realized our career that never started was over.
We just saw
it was
ourselves fading and dwindling from scrutiny, and decided,
I was honestly shocked it took off the way it did. I mean, I was like, what? People. I remember part of it, what motivated me is my training partner at the time. People would come to the gym and ask me questions all the time. And it's like, dude, just answer these questions and put them on YouTube. Tell them to go watch a video. And then I started getting like 300, 400, 500,000 views on these questions. And I'm like, oh,
no way.
All right, well, maybe there's something to this.
So what I'm curious, because obviously we're all from the same era pretty much. What did you miss about the forums that's gone now? We've talked about this, but I'm curious what you missed.
Just kind of the no bullshit approach.
The purity of it.
Yeah. Like now, like there's just so like you remember, like if you were on Skip's Intense Muscle back in the day, it was John Meadows was on there, Dante was on there, Skip was on there, Dr. Scott was on there. I mean, just like I'm sure you guys were creeping around somewhere.
And no one was trying to sell you. It wasn't about selling. It was just sharing information.
Yeah.
That's what I mean about the purity of it, right?
And if you were an idiot, you got told you were an idiot.
That's the part I miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you can't do that on social media now. You get banned if you do that kind of shit. So, but
Well, plus they could just block you. You know what I mean? If you disagree, I always felt like when I looked back at those days, you know, when you came in, it was like being the new guy at the gym.
Yeah.
You kind of waited for your moment where there was something brought up that you had a very sound opinion on, and now I'm going to talk. I've been here for a year.
Right.
But I'm going to put my words in here and then see where it goes. And now I feel like for me, I was probably very well versed years before I considered myself someone that people should be asking questions to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like you've been training for 6 months and you're like, let me tell you why Dorian Yates was doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That vibe did not exist yet. It was there was a humbleness to the new people on the board. You know, there was like a wow, look who's here. Like I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for a little while.
Yeah.
And
And hey, you mentioned, you know, like you can't say that there's things on social media, you get banned. I gotta ask you, you were telling me a little bit before the show about you found out some more information, guys. So Paul got his Facebook removed, like permanently banned.
Permanent ban.
Like just recently. I saw you posted about it on Instagram. We talked a little bit about it. So what happened with all that?
Evidently content dangerous to mental health. And I don't know. I think I got in trouble for fat shaming, basically.
Yeah.
oh my God.
What did that letter say?
What do you think he actually? Is there a video that was pinpointed? Like,
No, I saved like all the stuff they flagged, and it was just ridiculous stuff. It was just fat loss stuff. And I ran an ad where I kind of just half joked. I'm like, hey, if you've eaten too many hot dogs this summer, let me show you how to lose some fat.
Yeah.
You know, I've got this fat loss program. And I got flagged, and I think that kind of spiraled and, you know, led me into getting in trouble. There was a bunch of my other content, like I had a Yohembine video that got flagged as promoting the sale of illegal drugs. I had a before and after picture from a client that lost 100 pounds that was flagged for harmful to mental health. I mean, it's just crazy shit.
and there's no human to review this stuff. It's just bots doing this.
You can request a human review,
good
and
luck.
I did, but but you got to think, who are the humans that work at Meta?
Yeah.
Right.
They should be making
the same
you coffee.
people that work at fucking Starbucks, but smarter.
Yeah, the exact same people.
Admit it,
right?
liberals make great coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna like the shit that we post, right? So they're like, fuck this guy.
No,
Well, they hate you immediately from the jump.
What was that?
right.
My very
term?
existence offends them.
Yeah.
What was that term? You said they said something about like fitness and fat loss content is not allowed or something.
I'll tell you. Let me see here. It's building muscle and losing fat triggers the prohibited content for minors and harmful to mental health policy. Weight loss products and services and muscle enhancement content are strictly prohibited.
Makes sense
Interesting.
if you don't think about it.
Yeah.
Man, it's unbelievable.
I feel like nowadays, though, with the, IG, all the different options that you have for taking drugs, not really, to lose fat, this should all be allowed now, right? No?
It's
I mean, we don't
craziness.
fat shame anymore because nobody has to do that.
No, no, you're just a GLP-1 away from not being fat anymore.
Man, I was talking to someone the other day, and they were showing me this article about the fast food chains we're all scrambling to deal with the fact that GLPs are actually affecting their margins.
Oh, I could see that.
Less people going to McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're, instead of ordering 2 Big Macs, they're only hungry enough to order 1.
Huh.
They're
And
not even finishing it.
and when you're on what's the average restaurant? 7% margin.
Mm-hmm.
So you throw Ozempic in there, all of a sudden you're on a 3.5% margin. And now you're starting to have board meetings, right? The panic is like, whoa, what's going on? And it's also a funny conundrum for the fast food joints to be in, because it's not that it's just about the quality of the food. It's that people aren't hungry at all, right? Like, so even if they
They're eating
change
less.
their menu,
Yeah, there's nothing you can do to make them eat more. Trust me.
right? So, and what are they saying, Paul? Do you know the stats of how many Americans are going to be on a GLP-1 in like another year?
Oh, it's crazy. I was on one for a while and I chucked it.
Same.
What did you which one were you using?
I tried, well, I got to be careful what I say. I tried the R word, which
Right.
I don't think we can say.
GLP-3.
The GLP-3. I tried that one, and then I tried, I was actually prescribed Manjaro for a year because I'm diabetic. So I asked my doctor, I'm like, hey, can you prescribe it to me? And she said yes. And I was going to do a show this year, and I started a contest prep, and I literally couldn't eat enough to do the contest prep.
No kidding.
Can't eat enough to be in a deficit.
Yeah, like Justin Harris gave me my Justin gave me my diet, and I'm trying to, like, it was protein specifically. I wasn't eating enough protein,
Yeah.
Yep.
and Justin gave me my 300 grams of protein a day, and I'm like, dude, I can't fucking eat this right now. I used to eat like double that.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it down. It was just bloated and couldn't eat it, and then I came off, and I've been off for about 4 or 5 months now, and I feel better and look better.
Yeah. Well, that's the difference. Is you could manage the eating what you're supposed to on your own. So
Yeah.
once you can't manage it because the items won't let you eat enough, it's kind of a problem. That's what you were saying, Ron, about it's not about anything, like you're just not hungry.
Yeah.
Like when I took it for a time, I went on a trip with a friend. He made the greatest meal I've probably ever had someone make for me, and I was so amped, and I ate like 4 ounces of meat, and I'm like, okay, I'm unhappy.
Oh, that's
it's
funny.
It's weird, dude. It seems like specifically like protein you don't want to eat. And I don't know if you guys got this from it or not. I didn't want to drink water either.
Oh, that'd be a nightmare.
Oh, wow.
Which
Yeah,
is
like, I
just
wasn't
going to slow
thirsty.
your metabolism down further.
Yeah, exactly.
Your digestion down further, you know?
Right. Yeah, yeah. It's really strange what we hear about the
And I've seen
motivations.
the anhedonia, where you basically were just numb to everything.
Yeah.
There's another...
But also the motivation to drink water is like a bodybuilder
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's part of your like plan. Like you're motivated, you know? Like I got to
There was
finish this by the end of the show.
a new study that came out to show the opposite, that it actually increased people's motivation. That people were seeing success, and that success fed into doing more and achieving more. So we're seeing it, you know, in both ways now with more
Yeah,
research.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, but that's psychological, right? But there is a physiological effect of the drug and how it affects dopamine. It definitely, I mean, that is a fact. It does lower dopamine.
Yeah.
That's why
and
people can quit drinking and shit on it.
you called it anhedonia?
Yeah, it's basically where you just feel flat all the time. You're like apathetic.
Yeah.
And
thought that was
it's
just
a
my
known
age.
side effect.
I remember that movie, Office Space.
Right. Yeah.
For those who haven't watched it, get on it.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting to see. I mean, I've now this year had 3 clients where I had to, because they were using it, and I know I've complained about it. I let all my clients who want to use it and can still eat. I'm like, go ahead, I don't care. But one guy did not want to come off of it towards the end, and the last week was a mess because he couldn't digest the food I needed him to eat. Stomach
for
was
a show, you
bloated.
mean?
Yeah. So we started, now anybody who uses it, I'm like 4 weeks, just to be sure, 4 weeks out, I need you to come off to make sure I can fill you back up and your stomach can actually digest all the food I'm throwing at you, or you're going to have a bloated stomach and you killed an entire prep because you wouldn't be hungry for a month.
That's what I've been doing with people. I've been yanking it the last month of the prep.
Yep.
Same deal. Like they get bloated, you can't fill them out. I've had the same problems. And also, like if you actually yank some blood panels and look at micronutrients, there are a lot of micronutrient deficiencies, like low B12, low folate. I've seen some weird shit. Like I've never seen on dudes. Like dudes on PEDs are never anemic, man. Like when the fuck does that ever happen?
Yeah, it's like possible.
But like I've been seeing that more often now. Like low ferritin, low iron, low B12, which is
You're like,
insane. But so it's got to be malabsorption, probably from the slowed gastric emptying.
Yep.
Right.
I'm just guessing, but
So there's less intake and a malabsorption.
Well, these
Are
guys, their
any of
intake's
those
the same
people-
because they're following a diet, but
Are any of those people using any of the mitochondrial enhancers would be my first question. I found that I had one guy that I was working with, and he came to me, hadn't worked with another coach, and this other coach had him on like everything under the sun. And it's like, we're taking methylene blue and this and that, and every Revive product, there are like 7 different Revive products. You know, he's using them all. It's literally like, I looked at the math. It was like $350 a month in Revive products alone. But methylene blue, he started getting real low ferritin, real low iron. And methylene blue is one of those things where people are kind of like, yeah, it's all good for you. You know, just take it. Just take it all the time. It's great, right? And so I started talking to Keith from Parabolic about this because this isn't something I understood. And he showed me some stuff that over time, you can end up then with low iron, low ferritin as a result from basically overusing mitochondria. And then I found the opposite. So I've been using SLU, and then I started working in NAD Plus instead, seeing like massive changes that we've talked about on the show, where I felt like my health was getting so much better and all that. And then I went in and found that, now this is using nothing else, right? So I know that this is the factor here. Iron is opposite through the roof, and my inflammation markers were also like super jacked up. So
that's why you lowered it.
Yep. So that's why I'm unfortunately taking a long-term hiatus now.
Are you completely off of it?
I am, but you know what? I feel like it pushed me ahead because I don't feel anything like I did before I had experimented with that stuff. Like all the things that were like holding me back, the brain fog, the shortness of breath, all that stuff, like it feels like maybe it was through, you know, doing a lot of exercise on top of that, you know, just trying to get that momentum building. I feel way better now.
Well, that was my question is, I'm curious if there's certain things where maybe you get over the hump and you don't need these things anymore ever. Yeah. You know, which I know for Americans, and definitely for most people, the idea of removing something that helped is very difficult. But if you took it out temporarily because you had to, and then you aren't seeing anything slow down, to me it's like, cool, just don't do that anymore. Yeah.
I saw a dip. Need it. You know, I saw a dip, but it leveled off. I'd say I'm doing pretty good. Plus, I leaned more into the things I had found before SLU, like boosting up on ubiquinol, boosting up on things like L-carnitine if I felt really low. And they seem to, those things make a difference too for me.
I think what's hard too, Scott, is most people don't have your ability to have a reverse psychological effect where the moment they stop, they're like, oh, the next day. You know what I mean? It's the same as people who they start their first cycle and they come in and tell you how strong they are on day 2, and you're like, that's not how it works.
I'm glad you feel that way. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But I
a lot of stuff people say to me, I'm like, I'm glad you feel that way.
Real.
Or they take their last shot and now they're off the next day.
Yeah, I'm like, it's been a rough week.
I took my last shot on Friday. You're like, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
I have news for you. No, it's very interesting. I think the one thing that actually, Ron, your Canadian comedian Ben, put up that was so funny. So he's lost a bunch of weight. Yeah. And a lot of people are like, oh, hey, you're obviously doing the things, you know? And he's like, no. He goes, I was somebody who was against the jab, And he's like, I just find it funny that so many other people like me that were against it because they were unsure of its effects and things like that. But once weight loss was in, you're like, fuck it, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I did this crazy thing where I stopped eating like an asshole and I work out.
Right.
And I've lost weight.
Yeah. I wanted to ask Paul, you mentioned, obviously you mentioned before in your own show, but being diabetic. And what would you say to people who are maybe borderline, like they're having blood sugar issues, their doctor's like, well, we got to do some tests, that sort of thing. What would you say you would start with if you wanted to like try to reverse maybe people that are borderline or they've been doing a lot of bad things for a lot of years? I mean, aside from cardio and working out, but you know,
besides the obvious,
they're already training, but they're kind of getting weird blood sugar in the morning, or they're having like these, you know what I mean, that sort of stuff.
I'd get some blood tests done and see what actually is the cause of it, if it's actually insulin resistance or if it's some sort of pancreatic insufficiency. It's like in my case, mine has nothing to, I'm not insulin resistant. I mean, like, you know, if you get down to 6%, 5% body fat for contest prep and my blood sugar's running high, I'm talking to my doctor and she's like, well, you're insulin resistant. I'm like, how's that fucking possible? Right?
Yeah.
So that's not what's going on here. So, you know, a C-peptide test, fasting insulin test, maybe even a glucose tolerance test if you suspect insulin resistance. And then once you find out what's going on, whether it's insulin resistance or pancreatic insufficiency, then you can come up with a plan of attack. But I would say if it's insulin resistance, which is the most common, it's usually lifestyle related, and you can typically reverse it. So I would start, you know, all kidding aside, a diet and cardio and lifting some weights are probably the biggest thing you can do to improve insulin resistance. And then the GLP-1s are amazing for reversing insulin resistance. They are fantastic, especially the GLP-3. If you have any fatty liver infiltration, anything like that, I think it was something like 80% of the people who had fatty liver infiltration on the clinical trials completely reversed it, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. I've seen a guy that has always shown signs of fatty liver. He's been using it, and it blood markers, like, in Paul, this is like post-contest, not just any specific time, but like post-contest. His labs, everything was in range, like for the first time in his life now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it does some amazing stuff on blood work. I don't want to sound like I'm poo-pooing all over GLP-1s, but I you know, here's my thing. I like with all drugs, there's a use case.
Yes.
And I think where people are getting themselves in trouble is they're using things when there's not a proper use case. Like for somebody who's morbidly obese and maybe can't control their appetite, for somebody who's metabolically disordered, the GLP-1s are a miracle drug. Even for me, man, I recovered some pancreatic function from it. I don't have to use this. I was on it for 1.5 years. It seems to be permanent. I don't know. I've been out for 4 or 5 months now. I don't have to use as much insulin as I used to, and I'm waking up with fasting glucose levels in the low 80s, high 70s now. That's not been the case for me for a decade or more.
Right.
You know, so that, you know, it's definitely an amazing drug. There's there's other things. There's, you know, SLG2 inhibitors. I mean, there's other tools you can use, but that's more of like a Band-Aid. That doesn't actually fix the underlying problem. So PPRI Wagonist, those are great as well, but I probably would just start with a GLP-1, a diet, some cardio, and lifting some weights. That would be the place to start.
And we're banned from Facebook.
It was fine until you used those last couple of words, lifting and cardio.
God help us if we tell somebody to get in shape.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, here's a question for you. Did you have, like, was there anything on your Facebook that you were upset about losing aside from your freedom?
I had 20 years of family photos up there, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like the birth of both of my kids, my dogs that had passed away, like and I didn't have backups of a lot of that stuff.
Because you just thought, oh, it's on my Facebook, it'll be there.
Yeah. I figured the worst case that would happen, they'd cancel me. I just posted family stuff over there.
Right. Oh, that's even worse. You weren't even using it for this. It was just to mark it on your ads.
Yeah. It was terrible, man.
Brutal.
So that made me upset.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's
The
pretty
dog
shitty,
one
dude.
got me there, buddy. I mean, the family's still there. I'm sure you got some of the pictures, but I lose pictures of my dogs that are gone. I'm gonna show up Meta's door.
I just had to,
And you're banned.
I just had to put my one dog down 2 weeks ago, man. And
I'm sorry, man.
I was just looking at his puppy pictures showed up on Facebook from, a decade. He's almost 12 years old, and I'm like, God damn it, man! Now all that's gone.
Yeah, that's freaking brutal.
Yeah.
If there's anyone at Meta that has any dog
pull.
lover in them,
Yeah.
help Paul get
Just
his
get
photos
Paul
back.
his kid stuff.
Yeah.
His early times.
Just
with his
let him in
fam.
for an hour to get his shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could ban him again after that for being the scum of the earth, telling people to work out.
Yeah.
God forbid I tell somebody they're fat and need to lose some weight.
Oh man.
Hey, we had another topic that I wanted to ask you about. This is something we talked about recently a couple times. And I thought, we'll get Paul on. You got your pro card as a Masters competitor. What actually changed after 40? And we had recently been asked, like, can you build muscle in your 40s? That kind of thing. So with that, what bodybuilding advice would you give to a 45-year-old that you wouldn't give to a 25-year-old?
You can't train like a meathead like you could in your 20s and your 40s.
Yeah.
I love Dante, but I went back to the DC style training when I came back lifting at 42, and I just kept getting hurt over and over and over, and I really miss training that way. It's really my favorite way of training. But I really had to be more careful with my training. I love benching, I love squatting, I love deadlifting, and I had to give most of that up.
Right.
Because I just kept getting hurt. And I'm not saying that that's you, but I think you have to do a cost versus benefit analysis. And I've talked to Dante about this. Dante's just like, just do higher rep ranges, man. Just use machines. You can still train that way.
Yeah.
But I'd say being more, you definitely have to be more dialed in with your training and pay attention to your body. You have to be more dialed in with your diet. Like I can't get away with the shit I could get away with when I was younger on my diet. That would be a big thing. Being smarter with the PEDs, I look at Tren and Anadrol and shit that I loved in my 20s. It's like doing shots of tequila. That was also cool.
Yeah.
But I can't do that shit now, right?
Yeah.
And they work. They're great. They're awesome. But I did my contest prep for my pro card. When I won the overall at Masters Nationals, I did it on test and primo,
Right.
right? And just train hard. And ate a diet. It wasn't anything. GH test and primo. That's essentially what I took.
Yeah.
Nice.
So basically, it was like the late '80s for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's all they had.
The training really psychologically was hard for me because I'm hardwired to train a certain way, like balls out. I'm gonna come in and train like I'm going to death, and I had to moderate that a little bit. It was really hard for me to hold back a little bit. I mean, I still train hard. I mean, I have people I just have kids or clients that'll come train with me, and they're like, "Holy shit." And they can't keep up. But, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm only going 80% of what I used to do. And this kid's melting when I'm training legs with him. I literally had a kid show up, wanted to train legs with me. And he's like, you got the biggest legs I've seen in the gym. I want to train with you. And then he showed up for one workout and I never saw him again. I'm like, I didn't feel like I even really did anything that crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I've done that with people where they've said, hey, can you put me through a leg workout? And not even train with them, but just put them through a leg workout. And it's like, when you first train someone, sometimes it's more of an assessment workout. You're like, let's just see what this guy can do. So I'm not even pushing him trying to him or anything. Just see where his work threshold. And then after the workout, it's just like, oh my God, I've never trained that hard in my life. And you're like, oh, that
wasn't actually a workout. I wasn't.
Yeah, I was just kind of seeing what you had, feeling you out.
I feel like the old man. I look around in the gym and I look everybody's fucking off on their phones, and then literally nobody I'm in the leg room. We have a dedicated leg room in my gym, and nobody is sweating. How's that possible?
Right.
Dusty, I was going to ask you, since you're the DC expert, how do you handle all the hardcore balls to failure stuff with guys that are older?
I mean, the first step, of course, which you already named, was they have to be there mentally. You know,
Yeah.
so the big thing that I ran into for a lot of years was people would reach out to me and they're like, I don't know if I want to do DC. And I'm like, I probably wouldn't put you on that. Like, I need to see you train to even know if this is going to work for you. But for the guys that that can, you know, and have that in them when they're older, the first thing I do, I mean, it's directly out of Dante, the rep ranges are higher, and then we do shift away from some things. So, you know, rather than, if they've had some injuries, instead of doing a dead stop barbell row, we're doing the same thing on a mega mass row.
Okay.
You know,
that
so the
makes
rep
sense.
ranges are coming up, but we're doing something. Maybe we're doing a chest support, you know, things like that. A lot of the guys that are older, the other thing is they just have to be really upfront. Like, what are the things that you've done in the gym that bother you? Anything, even if it's not DC related. I want to see what movement patterns are the issue, so we don't do those. You know what I mean? Because a lot of older guys too, for example, I've taken them off of Smith machines because they have a shoulder that's injured on one side, so the other side's doing more, you know, it's doing 70% of the pushing anyways, and all we're doing is starting a clock on when the other shoulder that now is doing too much is
all
going to
about
be an
that.
issue. You know
You're
what
just
I mean?
making the bad pattern worse.
Yeah, well, what you're going to do is hurt the good side, because eventually it's getting worn down. But I mean, the biggest thing is now, and I think that's where there's confusion oftentimes, and Scott's really helpful with me on my message because I tend to get very deliberate about a specific thing. You know, like when we were talking about GLPs, I'm like, I hate them for bodybuilding. I don't hate them.
Yeah.
Right.
I just don't think they're necessary for those that are healthy, that are already bodybuilding successfully. Well, it's the same with equipment in the gym. I'm like, when you're 19 years old, you know, I mean, I've got a guy that's getting ready for nationals right now, and he keeps wanting to do RDLs on these different machines. I'm like, grab a fucking bar, please.
Right, go
It's-
for it.
It's better. Now, when you're 45, I might go, okay, drop the bar, come over here.
Right.
We're going to do the same movement pattern on something you're not going to get hurt on, and then we can keep doing progressive overload, but also our low end set isn't 8 anymore. It's 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, rep
plus
range
with all
stuff.
that experience, you know because of your experience, when as you're going with a rep range that's higher, if you're just moving the weight with a different muscle now to get the rep range.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, that's no longer my hamstrings. Stop. You know, we don't have that advantage when we're 22 years old. We're like, the bar's still moving, it's fine. You know what I mean?
There's something I really feel as an older bodybuilder is I used to want, back in the old days, if someone was going to give me a forced rep, like one more rep on the end of a set, I wanted them to help minimally all
Yeah,
the time
same.
and make the forced rep hard. But I'm not convinced that's the best way to force a rep now. I don't want those at all anymore. I want you to move, make sure the bar doesn't slow
Yeah, it
down on
doesn't stop
that
moving,
last
yeah.
rep.
Yeah.
Like, if my forced rep is a little too easy, that's fine. I feel like I've had a lot of things happen during a hard forced rep, like little tweaks and thing, like I'll be getting a forced rep and I'm like, oh, that kind of hurt. And I feel like, that's where a lot of my danger zone is at the very end of the set. And so I'm careful with that stuff now, more careful than I used to,
Yeah, I took a big inventory of all my lifts. I remember it was a big hit to my ego. I went through and just one, the first and most important thing is am I actually feeling this in the muscle I'm trying to work?
Yep.
I had my back development wasn't the greatest, and I realized that I was just moving weight with a lot of the heavy rowing and stuff that I was doing, but my form was terrible. I wasn't actually activating the rhomboids or lower traps or lats or anything. And it just as an example, I started there, and then another thing I did as I gotten older is is this hurting? Am I hurting myself with this?
Pretty simple,
Right.
but it takes a while to get there, doesn't it?
Right. Right? Is this, like a buddy of mine's an exercise physiologist I used to work out with, and I just was relentless. Like, I have to do skull crushers with an easy curl bar. I just that has to be a part of my workout. And my elbows were just a fucking wreck. And I'm like, dude, what can I do about this? And he's like, don't do skull crushers. Find
Right.
something else.
Wait, what?
It's so funny, eh? That old joke you heard when you were a
Besides
kid.
that.
Doc, it hurts when I do this. Well, don't do that.
Yes.
and
So
you're-
I switched to doing, 2 dumbbells.
Oh, yeah.
For my skull crushers instead of using the bar, because it was how I'm just tall and wide, and I don't fit the goddamn easy curl bar. It just doesn't fit me.
Yeah.
It has like a torsion on your elbow the whole
It
time.
never fit you. It's just you were younger, so you could go through it.
Yeah, I just be an idiot and just go through it, and I just accepted being in pain all the time. And so just little things like that, because the way I look at it as an older bodybuilder, I live to lift another day. If I can't
Yes.
stay in the gym, I'm not going to make progress, even if I have to pull back just a little
That's
bit, which
exactly
is
it.
really hard mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went through that with my hip. After I got my hip replaced, I mean, I'd been going through it for years and years, but now that I've got the new hip and I'm back to life without pain, I'm like, oh, I never want to put myself through unnecessary pain again. Like I've been through a lot of pain. I've been in pain my whole life, and I'm going to try to avoid it now in the gym. Obviously, life is pain, that whole metaphor. You got to work hard at shit, and nothing's easy. Yeah. But I'm just talking about making choices in the gym. I forced myself to train around the hip because I wanted to keep my legs strong. And so there was just a necessity of training through pain all the time to try to stay strong as I waited for surgery. Mm-hmm. And now that it doesn't hurt, I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. If something hurts, I'm done with it. I'm moving on. Just try to not cause myself agony, not wear out another joint. So
I think one thing that I want to make sure, especially when this is for younger guys and older, but pain, you want to know where the pain's coming from.
100%.
If you're having a joint issue, we throw the movement away.
yes.
I've had multiple people come to me and they're like, oh, I can't do anything, bent over. I can't do an RDL. I can't do a barbell row. I can't even do it on a mega mass because if I'm leaned forward, it causes pain. And then I'm like, well, have you had any major injuries? Like, well, I strained my back at one point, and then I realized, oh, your low back is weak.
Yeah, you're just weak.
So what we need to do is strengthen that.
Yeah.
And this pain you're talking about is going to go away because it's actually there's a weak link in the chain. And I think, you know this, Paul, from the DC, there were times where I was doing a heavy RDL, with 650 one day, and then 2 days later, I was doing deadlifts.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Right.
Doesn't matter because there was so much tissue there that it was invincible. And the spine was never an issue because it wasn't playing in the game,
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that older guys have to be careful of. We always talk about young guys with egos. Old guys have egos too.
Oh, but the worst.
Their ego is who they used to be.
100%.
And you have to, I'll tell you guys right now, I decided to never do deadlifts again because I was getting very strong on them again. And I was like, what am I doing? I didn't even want to be bigger. I'm literally eating to stay smaller. And I'm back here doing, sets of 10 with 600 pounds. And I'm like, I'm 45. I know what's going to happen. That 800 starts calling my name again. And that's not intelligent. And so I'm not smart enough to not do it. So I said, I'm never doing a deadlift again. Right. That's how I'm going to cure myself of this. And the thing is because we're in this day and age, I don't have to lose any connection to any of these muscles. There's a machine for every damn muscle in the back in my gym.
Yeah.
I just think that's the difference is, old guys, I agree with you. The young guys should be doing the stuff you used to do as their base. Your base is a foundation that is so locked in. Walk away from that shit. You should never be on a free bench again. You don't need to do a barbell press. Like, get on the machines, do the exact same thing, up the rep ranges, you're going to be safe. And like you said, I mean, I think a lot of guys use the gym as a place to, like, for their mental health. You don't want to be out.
Yeah.
You don't want to be out because you were pressing a barbell again, you know, and also to do less than you used to do anyways.
Yeah.
Start over. That's the other thing that's fun is when you get on a new piece of equipment that you didn't use in your 20s and 30s, it's day one. Whatever you nail today is the strongest you've ever been on this.
I'm gonna stack out this pin-loaded row.
And that's, I mean, but it is. It's fun because if not, you know, I mean, I don't thoroughly love doing a barbell row now with, you know, 365 and going, holy shit, that's heavy. Like, you know, whereas before that was a warm up.
It is heavy. 365
Remember,
barbell
everyone
row is
can
heavy.
everyone can bench 225.
Everyone on this show thinks it's heavy.
Paul doesn't know about that. We had a conversation one day, and Ron's like, "Do you think that if you can bench 225, that you're like, what do you say, top 10% strength or something?" I go,
Top 1% in the world.
Yeah, I go, no,
Dusty's
absolutely
like,
not.
Every regular dude can bench 225. Like, his opinion of what was normal was just so skewed. I'm like, what? Like, he's like, yeah, everyone at the gym benches 225. I'm like, no.
I would bet you that most regular dudes couldn't bench 135.
Yeah, probably.
It was a painful weight. I started paying attention at the gyms. I was like,
Ron's right.
I wasn't even remotely close to right.
It says something about the girls you hang out with, right?
My friend group is a really weird group.
Yeah,
and I
your
forget
friend
that.
group. Yeah. 80-pound dumbbell presses. Yeah, it's normal. Yeah.
What do you mean you only have 20-inch arms? That's pathetic.
We get twisted by the people we hang out with. I hang out with regular people, and I'm the biggest dude they've ever seen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
Oh,
at the
yeah, I
gym,
mean,
I'm just another guy.
I know. I still get, I went to a strata meeting the other day in my building. And he's like, well, not everyone's as huge as Ron here. And I'm just like, I am at my smallest since high school. I'm at my linebacker weight. Like, this is crazy.
Ninja weight.
Yeah. So we got some listener questions. And are we going to play that game, Scott?
Oh, yeah. I
can't wait for the whiteboard.
Okay, so I don't have a whiteboard, but we do
Oh,
have.
I don't wanna
We've
play
got
then.
the pictures.
I'm not playing.
We've got
okay,
pictures.
there we go. Okay.
I did have one listener question I wanted to ask you guys, though. I don't know what your answers are going to be because this is one I've never seen posted before.
Oh boy.
So I want answers from everybody. What's the meanest thing that you've ever done to somebody in the gym?
Oh.
This was when I was very young, maybe like 15 years ago. Somebody kept on jumping in front of me to steal a machine on purpose. So I tipped over his entire machine while he was on it. I just deadlifted it and he went flying and almost had a fist fight. And I got kicked out. Never did
wonder
it
why.
again. Yeah.
I can't come anywhere near that.
Yeah.
I can.
Violent, dangerous outburst that.
I did something meaner than that, and I didn't even mean to. A guy asked me to help him with his posing, and I said, the shape of your physique reminds me of mine. And that's one of the meanest things you could say to somebody. I was like, and what I'm saying is you got a lot of work to do to overcome this shit. That's not something you want to tell somebody. It's not nice.
I don't think I've done anything overtly mean to anyone.
Well, I didn't mean to be mean. It just...
I only do it on contest prep. I had a dude, 2 years ago when I was prepping for Masters Nationals, and he was on the prime row, and I was like the last 3 weeks of prep, and I needed that prime row, and he's just sitting there fucking off on his phone, looking at his phone, and I asked him how many more sets he had left, and he just goes, 3, and then he goes right back to looking at his phone, and I could just feel the rage swelling up in me because I wanted to get
red line.
Especially because had he already done 3 and you're thinking, who does 6 sets? Is that the math?
I
Didn't
was
see the single set.
I was thinking to myself, the proper response after this big dude just asked you if how many sets you have left is to do a set.
Yeah.
Get things moving, or say, hey, you can work in.
Yeah.
And he went back to looking at his phone, and I could just feel the rage boiling up in me, and I'm like, I am hungry, I am tired. This motherfucker And I went back over and I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, dude, you're rude as fuck. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm taking a rest between sets. I take 2 minutes between sets. And I'm like, you are looking at your phone. You're done with your set. I'm working in. And that guy got up. He walked away, went to the other side of the gym. I never saw him again, man. It was just.
Oh man,
I got
and I felt bad about it afterwards. I'm like,
I like the line though. You're rude as fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, you're rude as fuck, man.
You know what the line is though that you got to do, because it really does work, especially with the young guys. How many more texts do you have left?
Yeah, I asked him how many sets of tick.
I'll ask that, and then because I think in fairness, and this is something that I've realized because I have 2 teenagers, they don't even know they're doing it.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same thing at a stoplight. They stop and they grab their phone as if something's about to happen. They need to be on it.
Nope,
and
they don't.
I've noticed when I say that, I've had multiple people put their phone down and go, "Oh man," and I'm like, "Cool," and then it's fine. Because I'm like, I want to point out, like, you've left the gym.
Yeah.
You've left the gym. Why is Rod losing? I got to know.
I just remembered.
He's got one.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Except it was to my training partner.
Oh, God.
Okay.
He had these elbow sleeves, and they started to stink.
Oh,
and
God.
so after, I put up with it for a chest day, and I didn't say anything. And then the next chest day or shoulder day when he's had them on for press, I'm like, you got to wash those elbow sleeves. He's like, oh, yeah, right? And he only has them on for like 2 sets, and then they're gone for the rest of the workout, right? So it was just like, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it went on for a little while. And then one day, they were just sitting on his bag, and I just took them and threw them in the garbage. and then the next chest day, he's like, I can't find my elbow sleeves. He's like digging through his bag, like we're warming up, and he's like, "Oh, my sleeves." And I go, "You don't have any."
He goes, I threw them away.
And I go, "I threw them in the garbage last week." And he goes, "What?" And I go, "I told you to fucking wash them, and you didn't, so they're gone." And he was just like, "What?"
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still remember they were slingshots. I remember.
Oh, God, they're expensive, too.
Yeah.
I did do that, which Ron and Scott have heard, Paul, but I had a guy in the gym, and I'm really serious about who I choose for my training partner, because I like having a training partner. Ron likes to train alone. I like having a partner. It's a business decision when I pick you. And I had a guy that he came in one day, and he was just off. You know, you could just tell his mind was not in the gym. And I was like, bro, what is going on with you? And he's like, oh, sorry, I got this and that, and my wife and this. And I was in prep, and I said, listen, I do care, but I don't care right now. So you got 2 choices, like fuck off and train alone, or exit this shit from your energy and train with me. Yeah. And I think a lot of people would think that was really bad. He walked away, didn't say a word. 5 minutes later, he came back. I'm like, you good? He said, yep. Then we did the whole workout. We got done training. I said, hey, did you want to talk about that? He goes, it's handled now. I'm like, perfect. Let's move on.
Probably had the best workout of his life after that.
Yeah. I just, you know what's weird, though?
Probably had the best day.
This is something I've never understood in general, and I think it's just an emotional break that I have. If I can't solve something, fuck it. Immediately. Like, yeah. So there's nothing that's happening in the outside world, including when I own my stores and all the things, that ever came in the gym. I walked through the door, it was like a veil. That shit will all be out there waiting, but bringing it in here when I come into the gym just ruins this also. Now I have another reason to be pissed. And now the thing I couldn't control has now fucked up the thing I can control. And I don't know why. It's always easy to do. I have a friend that he gives me shit, Ron, because I'll always go, well, just don't worry about it then. And he goes, oh, you should have a pamphlet that just says, don't worry about it, as if that fixes everything.
Women love that.
Like, yeah. No wonder I'm on the 3rd.
I did an interview with Paul Baxendale, who was Dorian Yates' workout partner for like 4 years.
Yeah,
nice.
Scott, you should get him on sometime. He is a blast. But he said that when they went into the gym, he said Dorian would tell him, once you get past this front desk, the only thing we talk about is working out. He goes, he said, just, how much weight I need. Everything else stays at the door for an hour. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had one.
Especially that gym at that time. That's.
Oh God, yeah.
I had one. I just was thinking about, because I'm like, I'm trying to be nice to everybody. But I remember going to my friend of mine, Mike Toller, used to be in Anytime Fitness, and then he kind of like bought out, did his own thing, and expanded the gym. But it's still a smaller size gym, and a lot of times during the day it'd just be him, right? And he also personal trained people, and so he'd run people through all these machines, around the gym. We're doing a set of this chest machine, then we go to this back machine, and just moving people around. And he had this new lady in there who was training. I don't think she had a lot of gym experience, but she was learning from Mike, I'm guessing, because she was kind of moving her client around doing the same thing. And I was doing a row on the cable stack, the seated cable row, and I was doing a rest pause. And I got my reps, and then I have to wait 20 seconds, right? Yeah. And I just remember that my lats were just on fire, and I stood up and I turned around and stretched on the they had like the stack of the cambered bars, you know what I mean? The preloaded stacks. And I grabbed my lats and I, give it a good stretch. And then I turn around, counting in my head, 11, 12, 13. I turn around to get back on my machine.
She's on it.
She just jumped in. Her client, it's okay. My client's just going to jump in. We'll be really quick. And I was like, what? Because like the music's like you're in the zone, right? Like
I am rest pausing.
Yeah,
like Hollingshead used to.
And what your brain's like at that moment. Like you're switched on. There's no like now I'm going to be nice and polite to somebody. Yeah. I can't remember what I said, but it turned out where I probably looked like the asshole.
Probably.
and didn't want to share my equipment, but yeah. And then we weren't friends, that lady and I, after that.
I'm very careful when I used to do rest pause, and if I do rest pause now, I'm very careful about distance from the machine.
Ron,
I'm like,
there was nobody else in the gym. There was
I know.
There's nobody else. No, but you're right.
Oh. We're getting off topic, but I have to do this. There's two things I'm throwing in real quick because I realized one that happened at the gym I'm at now. But we have it's about 12,000 square feet, it's 2 rooms, and I'm at the very front of one room, and there's a personal trainer at the very back, and she's a loud talker, which I hate. And I was training Nikki. So I was a little less focused on what I was doing, and all I could hear was her voice. And Nikki sees my face. She goes, "They're going to be out of here soon. Just let it go."
She sees the eyes wiggling.
Just let it go.
She sees.
And I was like, I okay. And I'm hearing her break down her brother-in-law, all this shit. And then we needed a machine that was over by them next. So we come over by, and now the loudness is worse because I'm next to her. And I said, hey, excuse me. She goes, yeah. I go, you talk really fucking loud. And she just kind of froze. I go, I was up there when you were describing your brother's appointment with the HRT doctor and that his test levels were at 127. I know the number because you were so loud.
Oh, God.
And Nikki's just over there like this. She's got her hat down. But in fairness, it worked because she sent me a message that day and was like, I never realized I talk so loud. I'm like, that's because there's not enough honest people around you.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, you doubled down and were even... It's because your friend group sucks. Yeah.
Trust me, if I'm doing something stupid, Ron goes, hey, you're being an idiot.
Oh, man.
But I wanted to tell you, Ron, real quick before we do this, that on Sunday I went in for legs, and there was a guy stretching barefoot.
Oh, God, I love the
socks
barefoot.
And shoes.
Paul, they don't like the barefoot. Paul, they don't like the barefoot in the
So
gym,
he's fully barefoot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my God, so I take a picture. And I send it to a friend of mine. I'm like, because we call that straight to jail. Like, if you take your shoes off, straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
And so I would go about my business. Both my training partners see me look, and they're like, we know. Well, the problem is then I go into the bathroom and he's standing at the urinal.
No.
Barefoot.
We talked about this.
And I was just like, oh no.
I'm not sure what didn't happen to them when they were young, or what. Like, how do you walk up to a urinal in bare feet? I don't know what safety mechanism wasn't installed in the hardware or the software. You know, like what parental failure is this that I'm witnessing? What, I'm not sure. But I when I see someone, and I've seen it many times in my life, someone barefoot walk into the men's room, I just think,
I knew you'd lose it. I saw this. I go, oh my god.
And then just think, that person walks through the men's room, even if they don't go to the urinal, in the fucking men's room barefoot, all around, like by the pisser and shit, and then they go home and walk around barefoot in their house.
Yeah, just drag it around.
That's
all good. It's all good. Anyways.
All right.
Sorry, I derailed it. All right, Scott, your game.
All right, let's do it. So we're going to start out here. The whole deal is I've got a number, I think 10 jacked actors. And I need your help, guys, to determine, are these guys doing this naturally? Or do you guys think that maybe this was a little bit of enhancement here going on?
Can
We're going to
guess their
start.
cycle?
We can guess their cycle. Absolutely. We're going to start here with,
right now.
with Zac Efron. You guys think to build this physique, do you think that he had to hit the sauce to make this happen?
Well, I think he's go ahead, Paul. You go first.
I was going to say, knowing his before, 100% yes.
I guess that's a big part of it that we don't have. We don't have.
Yeah, but we know his before. That is definitely a yes.
Okay.
That is not just a did a little bit for the movie. That's he's a gym bro for life now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's full on one of us for the rest of his life. He's going to be TRTing forever if not already. But there's What do you think? What do you think, Paul? Do you think he's 300 test and some Masteron? What do you think's going on?
It looks like the Hollywood stack, the test Anavar GH stack.
The stack Anavar, there you go.
With that.
Yeah. And 300 Clen.
All right. Do you guys know Man of Steel? Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See, I don't know a lot
Superman.
of actors. Okay.
The only Superman now.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of actors, so you guys will have to educate me here.
Henry Cavill. Yeah, okay.
All right.
I mean,
well, there's better pictures. There's better pictures, but
if that's enhanced, I don't know, man.
Maybe he's just running a little bit of test. Put some weight on for the show. Who knows?
Yeah, I would argue that. I mean,
he could, if he's a lifelong lifter, he could be Natty.
Yeah, I would lean on. I want to lean on Natty just because I'm not impressed enough for it to be on. But
yeah,
you also need to see him in real life. He's a big guy.
Age.
This said bulked up here, so this was like him, trying to put the mass on at this stage. He does look heavier there.
I don't know. I'm going with Natty.
Yeah, I feel good on Natty.
I'm going with believably Natty. If he's a big dude, he's like 6 foot, and I think he was very athletic when he was young. I think he played sports and stuff too. So we'll go with Natty. Possible.
All right.
Up next.
How about this guy, Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan.
Creed?
He's black. It's natural.
And
You beat me to it, Dusty.
yeah, let's be realistic here.
That's all the picture I need right there. That's it. He's natural.
Picture, Scott. So he just looks like he plays in the NFL.
Yeah, he really
so
does.
So he could be Natty for sure.
I would bet money on natural.
He could definitely be Natty.
Yeah.
You beat me to it, Dusty.
Yeah.
It's an unfair advantage.
Stallone, however,
standing behind him, he's geared right now.
Gilled to the gills,
Well, he's made no secret about it.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
That's true.
Michael B. Jordan, he could be,
What a physique. What a prick.
he's old enough now, he could be TRT plus in it, but essentially, he can look like that Natty.
That is like a flawless physique.
He just looks he looks like some of these friggin' wide receivers you see now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God, those guys.
I mean, there's
ridiculous.
230-pound wide receivers now running around.
8% body fat, and they're eating whatever the fuck they want half the time.
Yeah.
Who's this next guy on my list here, Ron? Who's this
Oh.
guy?
That's amazing.
He's awesome. He's so funny.
What's it? How do
He's
you say
looking
his
good
name?
now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on. Indian
He's
guys
on.
don't look like that. Or
Yeah.
Pakistani.
Yeah, he's on.
There's
And
He's on a
doing
little
it perfectly, though.
How do you
He's,
say his
he's
name?
got some VAR. He's got some VAR in his gym bag.
He's doing the exact same cycle. He's got
Yeah.
the test, the
Little
VAR,
primo.
the GH.
Getting his blood work done.
Yeah.
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 I'm just
Those
thinking like
bicep
TRT.
veins.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of jacked. There's a little bit of jacked in there.
I'm just thinking what a TRT clinic can prescribe. The Hollywood TRT clinics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, maybe he's on that the Rogan stack, which is the TRT, the Cytomel, and the GH. You know what I mean? The full hormone optimization round.
Full hormone optimization.
Yeah.
All
Hugh
right.
Jackman. Okay, he deadlifts 500 for reps. I know that.
There's that.
That's fucking awesome all by itself.
Yeah. Have you seen the
Yeah.
videos, Dusty, of Hugh Jackman deadlifting?
No.
Yeah, 500, 5 plates for reps.
That's impressive because he's not a big structural guy.
No,
And he's
he
in
loves
his
to
50s.
lift. Yeah.
Is he 50s, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no
So-
question then.
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. TRT plus.
But that's an example of a physique of a guy who
Yeah, he's 57.
You're
Yeah.
kidding.
that makes me
Wow.
hate him even more. But that's a guy who's been training for his adult life.
Yeah,
And
he's a-
and
he's
is
a
on
gym
a
guy.
low
Yeah.
dose. Like
Yeah, he's a gym guy.
he's not blasting to get that. It was there. He just pushed a little higher.
Man, him and Russell Crowe went completely different directions.
No
if you want
You
to
seen
know,
Russell Crowe lately? Holy shit.
Oh man, they're similar age.
All right. We've got Chris Hemsworth as Thor here.
Well, keep going. You got a better
Yeah, I
picture.
need more photos
Alright.
because I'm full
That's pretty
natural
bad
there. Okay,
Whoa.
now he's on.
Yeah.
That's
But that
geared
could be
up.
enhanced.
That
too.
could be already enhanced by Warner Brothers or whatever
Yeah.
the hell
Yeah.
they do.
All right.
That's a post-production shot, Scott.
Yeah,
as they
I
say.
gotcha.
That's a very
he could be TRT plus in it.
Yeah.
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 You know, I TRT plus is almost the baseline now for any of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
The TRT is considered natural now, so
Right, so it's like, is it Natty or
that.
TRT or is it like
I'm
young
saying he's
enough to
on
not
just
be
because I
on? Yeah.
dislike him for
TRT
being
and GH.
so
That's
attractive.
what that is.
You know,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally doable with just a little.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great
The
physique, though.
fullness tells me some GH, right?
Right.
Oh, we talked about Alan Richson not too
Oh, I
long
know
ago.
damn well
Reacher.
he's on.
This is
Oh,
one of
yeah.
my favorite cases.
Yeah.
Didn't he just
Your
roid
favorite
rage?
cases?
Oh no, that guy deserved it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
he
just
did.
like the guy needed to be slapped.
That guy needed to be
Yeah,
slapped.
yeah, no,
I just
Put
want
his
to know
kids in
why he
danger.
decided to do it to the guy that looks like this. That's odd.
Yeah.
I feel like these aren't the greatest pictures of him either. I
No,
feel
he's
like
way bigger than that now.
People
Yeah,
make poor
yeah,
life decisions all the time. Oh,
There
he's
we
got
go.
my own
Yeah,
gear.
that's a
There
good
we go.
one.
Oh yeah. He's got an extra ball of tests for you if you need one. He's see him in the
Never
parking
traveling,
lot.
don't
Yeah,
bring it.
yeah. He's like, hey,
You're good.
I got an anethate if you want an anethate. You're like, yeah, that'll do. And then he's like, $80. And you're like, yeah.
Based
That
on what
dude-
I've seen of him, he's also not getting it from a clinic. He's got a
No, I bought gear off
Yeah.
that guy in the parking lot many times. Hat on backwards.
Yep.
And then
Brown paper
also,
sack.
you're dealing with a really experienced gear dealer when he sells it to you in the parking lot shirtless to
Yeah.
attract even more attention. Right? He's standing in the parking lot like that. Oh yeah.
Future
Loading
sales.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I would say that to me, like this strikes me as at least 600 milligrams total hormone.
Oh,
if
and
not-
and
if
the
not more,
the
a gram.
anadrol might still be in his system.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this time.
There's a little
the
puffiness
little
in the
3-week
face,
front
there
load
is.
he did,
Yeah.
right?
Is it Anadrol or D-ball?
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. Who else?
One of
Far,
my
we've only given one person the clears, by the way.
real
Yeah.
briefly, I have to just lay this on the Richardson photos. One of the funniest things to me about Reacher
Yeah.
is that they go way, way out of their way to not acknowledge his physique at all.
Yeah, they don't
There's
have him
no-
like, do a single
There's no
push-up.
protein tub in the hotel room. There's no shaker cup in the background. There's
Yeah.
he eats pie at diners.
Yeah.
He never does push-ups or chin-ups or anything.
And
You'd
no
think they would
crunches.
acknowledge that he looks like this somehow, and it's
Yeah.
just gone. It's hilarious to me.
No.
It's
Okay.
fat shaming.
Fat shaming. You know, if I was staging that show, if I was in charge of the set, I'd be like, we need a tub away in the hotel in the back corner there. Just put it, you know?
Let's give him something.
Working
All
out
right.
is dangerous to your mental health.
Who was this? Jonathan Majors?
Creed 3, yeah.
All right.
Jonathan Majors from Creed 3.
Well, I think Dusty already established the rule on this.
I need height and body weight to make further comments. He could just, I've seen guys look like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's totally doable. 100%.
He just looks like a running back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's like, I mean, if you take, you know, Ashton Genty's pads off, he just looks like that.
Yeah.
My guess is
You know?
he cleaned up his diet for eight weeks and
Days.
started getting a little bit, and started,
Days.
you know, training a little harder before this, and that's what you get.
Yeah. College running back.
Yeah, I truly don't think that a lot of people, when they hear the joke, it's like I've had
Genetics
enough
make a huge difference, man.
friends
Yeah.
that are just built, and they come in the gym for a little while, then they disappear, and they come back and they look the same.
Yeah.
They're still round and bubbly and awesome, and yeah.
As Johnny Jackson said, this isn't going to go away.
Yeah.
My favorite quote. Okay.
All right, we got John Cena next.
I mean,
Oh,
we-
and
This is quite a questionable photo right here. But
I
we're going to put it up anyway.
could
I
have
guess.
used you picking a
what
different
movie is
one.
that? What movie is that?
I have no idea. I have no
That's a
idea.
weird microphone.
That's hilarious. Oh,
Mickey has a black
Peacemaker.
one just like that. It's a microphone. I
Peacemaker?
never even hear her sing.
Yes.
His Peacemaker. So is that from Peacemaker? It says Peacemaker bod
That's what
at
it
the bottom.
says, yeah.
I never saw Peacemaker.
It's so funny.
Is it?
It is
I got it.
hilarious.
Is it a movie or a show? It's a show,
It's a
right?
show on HBO.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Scott, we've also talked about this before. John Cena. I don't know if it's still the case, but when he was younger, and I used to see him train at San Diego Worlds all the time.
Yeah.
Complete fucking animal in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Complete, like that's a guy you train with, and you could just say, "Hop in with me on legs day," and he'd be fine. He's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't
He does-
matter.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
he-
I've seen videos of him squatting 6 plates
Yeah.
in like
Okay.
his 40s.
You could put him in with me in my prime training legs, and he
Yeah.
would not. He'd be fine.
He'd be
Okay.
fine.
Good workout.
He's very strong. I heard stories about him. I mean, even back, Ed told us when he used to work the front desk at Gold's Gym, right?
Yeah.
He worked the front desk at Gold's Venice. That's how Ed met him. Hooked him up with the wrestling promos.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought using steroids was a prerequisite to work at Gold's.
Right, right. So there you go. He's already
Not anymore.
guilty, right?
Yeah.
And also too, I love that scene that he did. What was the movie he did with the ladies that had the house party? And he comes over. He's a drug dealer.
Oh yeah.
And he opens the tackle box, and he
With all
starts
the shit he's
listing all the
got.
drugs
Yeah.
he's got. I love that scene.
Yeah, it's something for everybody.
Yeah, it's up for everybody. Yeah, I got ketamine, I got cocaine, I got GHB. He's just listing everything. And The Rock, of course.
Then
I
get
mean,
The Rock.
The on-trend picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or
All
it's
you
an
need
off-trend
for
picture.
proof on this one, Scott, is how much he shrunk when he stopped using
Yes. Yeah.
I wonder what the
That's-
biggest cycle he ever did
That's
was.
the TRT picture.
gear.
Yeah, I wonder what the most juice he ever ran was back in like the 295 wrestling days.
Well, if it's
You know.
anything like I know with, so I've found, and I don't know if you've seen this, Paul, but like I used to think that bodybuilders were the biggest abusers of drugs until I met powerlifters
And pro
professional wrestlers. And I was like, oh, we're like on the kiddie stacks.
Yeah, there's a cultural divide.
Yeah.
I thought that from what I've heard, the old WWF days back in the 80s and 90s, it was cocaine and D-ball.
Oh yeah,
Pretty much
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the standard.
Yeah, cocaine, D-ball, and then they ate chicken fingers and fries, right? Because it was road food. So that's where,
Yeah.
like, I remember hearing about like, all the heart attacks that the '80s wrestlers had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably the food more than the drugs.
It was it was the perfect storm. It was horrible food with lots of juice and lots of booze and drugs. And it was just like, wow.
That
Yeah.
sounds to me like what I've learned about some of, I can't comment on all of them, but some of the arm wrestling guys. Some of those guys go, or at least they used to. They used to go like pretty damn hard for arm
I
wrestling.
could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
Well, that was the game. That was that was the
fun.
entertainment portion of the show.
I don't think we disagreed on anything, did we?
No.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Unanimous decision.
I was actually surprised. I hadn't seen Zac Efron with I hadn't really seen those were good photos of him. It was pretty good.
Yeah, he looked great. He could do
I
a
knew he
men's
got all
physique show.
buffed out,
No problem.
but yeah.
The moral of the story is if you see a white guy with a really above average physique, he's on
Drugs.
Veins in the arms. Yeah.
Just clean this up for everybody real quick.
The black guy might not be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If he looks better than the white guy you just said was on, he might be clean.
Yeah. Of course, we didn't get body weights and heights with any of those. It might have.
Sure.
altered
Well,
it.
some
And I
of them
think-
we have unfair advantage because we know.
Yeah. And I think Paul made a point too. It'd be good to see the befores if we had because some of those guys that it might not have been super impressive, but if they were really skinny before, and it's like, hey, this is his movie role 6 months later.
before.
Yeah,
I've seen
exactly.
those. And I will say that some of those guys, what they do to hit these roles on either side of the spectrum, like you're taking a guy who doesn't train and then he just goes to war with the weights, gets on a cycle, eats the food, and gets jacked out of his mind in 6 months. And then his next movie, he needs to be emaciated and almost dead. He's like, cool, I just won't eat. Who was that guy that we were talking about?
Well,
Ron?
Christian Bale did The Machinist.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dude, he looked like he was going to die.
He was 135 pounds by the time they were finished filming The Machinist. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie.
It's a great
movie.
very interesting movie. And then his next
great
movie
movie.
was Batman.
Yeah.
And he was 230. So it was 90-some pounds.
Jeez.
Scott, I just sent you a before and after of Zac Efron.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this pulled up here.
Let's get Zach on the show. I want to know.
Yeah. Good one. No, but I
Hey,
found
here's
the
something. Here's just a
impressive,
random. If any of those guys are watching,
which they are.
hey, if they all work out, they might be watching. You never fucking know.
Yeah, that's
Got
true.
the
They
balls
are
on it,
welcome
Mike.
on the show.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good call, Ron. You just, yeah.
We'd love to have you on,
Hit up my publicist.
which is me.
Yeah. My assistant, also
I think.
me.
Yeah. Also me.
I have 3 different emails, so I sound cool.
Right. They all just dump into the same box. though,
Kristen
is it?
at dustyhatcher.com. They just
Yeah,
come
yeah.
right to me.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. There's your answer.
Oh yeah.
There's your answer.
Dude, I forgot about the wrestling movie he did,
Yeah.
the Iron Claw. He was jacked out of his mind. I forgot that was him. He got real jacked for that.
Is he a small
Look at
guy,
his
like
arms.
short also?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
That's the way
answer's
I
in the
look before I
question
started
here.
training.
Good for
We got
him.
the old
Hey,
pictures.
if you guys saw my photos from when I used to do musicals, you would have said the same thing.
I think this is natural lifting right here. Like if you look at those arms, I feel
Right.
like based off of where
Oh,
his
yeah.
base was, like, oh yeah, he's been
He was training
hitting
at that point.
hitting the weights.
Yeah.
It's in a variety of horrors. Well done.
Yeah.
Is that out loud? Sorry.
Still hitting the
Yeah,
weights.
well,
Internal thought
keep it
keeps
in
sliding out.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Let's see
Yep.
here. A lot of soup
Did you guys see
pictures.
the Iron Claw?
No.
No.
I have not. I
I
heard
might
it was
watch
good.
that movie. Yeah. Well, the Von Erich family story is bizarre. The whole Von Erich family of wrestlers.
Well, there he is.
Well, that's
next to
funny
The
that
Rock.
was
What
from the
is-
same
what is
show.
The Rock, like 6'5"?
That was one of the pictures we had in the other one.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Puts it in perspective.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it really does.
Just random horse.
Well, he's short enough to be a
That guy's killing it.
bodybuilder.
Yeah.
There you go.
Be a
He
212
was
guy.
killing the game on multiple levels from what I see.
I'd love to have a discussion.
Get
See
him on
what
the
they
show.
know. What do you know? What do you know about
I
Hollywood?
didn't know how he kept all his hair. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
We got some listener questions, Scott.
I do have one more. We only had a couple listener questions today. By the way, guys, if you want to comment, ask us questions for the next show, then definitely do that. Plus, comments, likes, all that stuff help to boost the show up. Question for the next episode: if you could have dinner with 3 historical figures, dead or alive, who would they be? I know that's like a traditional podcast question, but I haven't heard you guys answer that. And of course, I
Is it
haven't
all
heard
at the same
Paul answer
time? Like
that.
we're having a dinner with 3 people?
That could get interesting.
Oh, that's an important facet. I want to throw some people in that hate each other. Let me think.
Oh, damn.
Courtney Love and anybody. That would be interesting.
Valid.
Yeah. Just
Very
picture
valid.
that.
Who's going to go
Entertaining.
first?
You are.
Oh. But then I might hear yours and realize mine weren't as good.
That's kind of. I'm using yours to think.
Well, oh, damn. Do I want to use this just for my own? Am I trying to change the world? Or am I just trying to, have a good dinner with 3 people? Historical figures, eh?
Mine aren't very historical, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, as defined by you, Ron. So they could be like, important to you.
Okay. Well, I just want to pick people that would have a lot to say and could tell an infinite number of incredible stories.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? And then you also maybe have to factor in if they're good at interviews, because that means they're good at talking.
Let's do one at a time, so
Okay.
we can get our brains going.
I'm gonna say I've already had lunch with all the bodybuilders, so they're out.
Yeah.
I had pancakes with Dorian, so that's out.
Yeah.
I would say I would love to have dinner with Joe Montana.
Okay.
No, that's a good one.
Joe Montana would have an infinite number of stories. He'd be awesome to talk to. Someone who's, done what he did at that level from when I was a kid. It would be very, very cool.
I'm going Sharon Osbourne.
Oh.
The stories, dude.
Oh. Did you see her interview on Billy Corgan's podcast?
Yes.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah. She's got great stories.
She's fantastic. Going her.
She used to ration when they first took Motley Crue on the road. She wanted to take care of them. And she thought, well, they're going to be horrible. So I might as well ration their horribleness. So she would act like a den mother backstage after the show. And she would only allow them a certain amount of cocaine and 1 girl each.
That's all you get.
Pick one. She'd point at the girls. All the girls screaming. She'd pick one. Nikki, you get one. Right?
Only one.
Only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, you guys got to list one now. Come on.
I'm terrible at this. My brain's
I
going
got-
You've known the question.
I'm going with Ron. I'm going with a sports celebrity. I'd love to sit down and have dinner with Michael Jordan.
He's
That's a
it's
great
who do you pick, right?
choice. That's a great choice.
Just try to absorb some of his mindset.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I've got, my brain, it's locked. It's just completely locked. I can't think of anything to add to this. But we got 3, so that's good.
That is the equivalent of accurately rated.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
can't name a single person.
I'm
You have the
trying.
whole world to choose
I'm
from.
trying, and I feel like I'm going to say something like I'm thinking oh, I want Lee Haney because they kind of we're doing like a bodybuilding show. And,
I'm not even. There's not a bodybuilding
Yeah.
world I'm interested in.
yeah, and then I'm like, oh,
I'll go again.
This
Yeah.
cool musician, and I'm like, I don't know if I really care
I
about
got
listening
one.
what they have to say.
I read his book, and I'm sort of thinking you got to be careful who you pick because they might be bad at talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So because I read his book and I know he's very good at stories and passionate about communicating them, I would say Dave Grohl.
Oh, great book.
Because Dave Grohl loves to share his stories.
Okay.
He wants to tell them to you in a way. That's how I feel. And I mean, I could listen. He's got them all, right?
He's a local guy. He's from D.C.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. From Virginia,
he
right?
lives
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I live in Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm going a little off the Richter here, but it's because of my childhood, and I still have an obsession with it. Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's a good one.
yeah. Tony Hawk would be cool.
I mean, he's
That'd be
been through
great.
all of the generations. And now, because I was into skating when I was a kid, seeing what a 7-year-old does on a skateboard that
Yeah,
I
now.
could never have done at
Yeah.
the best I ever was, I just want to know what it's like for him to watch all of that and just hear some of his original stories. Like my favorite story that I read about him back in the day was he was getting reprimanded by a teacher that told him he would never amount to anything, and he was already making $100,000 a year.
Yeah. he told a story once on his show. It was like a panel, and it was him and someone else and Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Seth was like the comic relief on the panel, right? And they're all kind of sharing stories. And they asked Tony about, well, when did you start making money? He's like, well, I was in 11th grade, and I got $1 a board from Powell and Peralta for my hawk board, and the boards were selling like crazy. So when I got to my senior year in grade 12, I bought a house.
Damn.
His parents said, we got to buy some property with his money. So he bought a house. And so he had like hundreds of thousands of dollars rolling in off his boards in the last year of high school. And Seth MacFarlane just goes, oh, I would have so turned to drugs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Who would be a good president out of all the presidents we've had? Who would be like any time in history? Because I'm trying to think like from that angle. Who would be one of our presidents that would have like a lot
the most
to tell us?
interesting president?
Yeah. I'd want to go back as far as I could to find out just exactly when it became us against them.
Well, at the time, he was easily the most likable president of my entire life. When Bill Clinton was president, he was loved. He was the guy that played sax on Arsenio. He was the people's. He was the people's president.
The guy got a blowjob in the office. I mean, he's one of us.
He was one of us. He was one of us. I would have wanted a blowjob. Like, and obviously now we look at the Clintons under a little bit of a different magnifying glass. But hey, if I had to pick a president, I think I might pick him because
Lincoln would be a pretty interesting guy.
Yeah, I'd like to go way back.
Way back.
Or JFK,
cool.
since he was against the grain, which is why they put him down.
Yeah.
Have a conversation with JFK. That'd be cool. I'll take. That'll be my pick then. That'll be my contribution to
Really?
I like
show.
it. It took you 2 rounds.
Right.
Good job. Paul, you got another one.
Kurt Cobain, that would be another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great choice.
I have a nerdy historical one. Caesar would be another one I'd love to talk to.
Yeah.
Julius Caesar.
Kurt would be, I think, imagine if Kurt were still here, would it be disappointing? You know what I'm saying? Like, would he eventually had like call? Because at the time, he was
He would have
like,
left music, I think.
Yeah, if he did that.
I think he would have abandoned music because he would have been so pissed at the money and the fact that it's all for listens. No one's just doing what they want to do anymore.
I think you're right, man.
Yeah.
I think he'd have bailed on music.
I think if anything, Cobain would have become a solo acoustic performer, songwriter,
I could see
doing
that.
small shows. I think that
not
would
doing anything for the machine. Yeah.
He said he always absolutely hated the arena rock shows. He always found them a struggle, and he always loved really small shows, and he wanted to get back to the smaller shows. Yeah.
But man, that money's good from those arena shows.
Yeah. I would have loved the arena ones myself.
Me too, man. Holy shit.
You can do a little show on the Sunday night when whatever city you're in. If you
I
want.
saw Ron, you'll like this. The main country singer Morgan Wallen, his tour this year did $500 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Arena shows do well, man. Still, I mean, I just went to ACDC
he's not doing
last
arenas.
week.
He's doing college football stadiums.
Yeah,
with
stadiums.
120,000 people.
Yeah.
Selling them out 2 nights in a row in the same town.
Stadium shows, yeah.
Like,
Hey,
what the fuck?
Man,
Ron, you play guitar. You imagine standing in front of a crowd like that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
It's gonna be a rush.
Let me tell you something. I used to get up on stage with the bands at the bar I worked at, and I would play a song with them. I was friends with all the bands. The cover bands come through. We had the same cover bands on the rotation all the time, right? Every 8-9 weeks, you're seeing the same guys again. You're like, oh, hey, how's it going? And a bunch of them, they'd all come and chat. The guitar players would always chat with me. And they'd be like, eventually I started getting invited up. Like, hey, why don't you come up and do a song at the end of the night? Like when you're done serving at 2 and we play till like 2:10. So when you're done serving, why don't you hop up, we'll give you a guitar and we can do a song, pick a song. And I'd look at their set list. I'd be like, let's do this one. And so I used to get up and play at like the very end of the night when everyone's at their drunkest and the bar is the most packed.
Yeah.
And I know it was just 350, 400 people jammed into this little brick bar that I worked at, this little live rock venue I was at. But when you're up on stage and there's like 300 people packed packed right to the front of you, all staring up, like drunk and going and dancing, and everyone's having a good time, and it's loud and crazy, and you're standing in front of a Marshall amp that's cranked, and you hit an E chord for TNT. When you hear the drum beats, and you're like, holy shit.
It's a rush, isn't it?
This is like cocaine straight to the veins, you know? And I loved it when we did certain songs, because there'd be like for example, I used to do TNT with this one band all the time, because they always like to close with TNT. And it's a super easy AC/DC song to play, right? And so, but there's a chunk at the beginning where there's only one guitar playing. And I would do that part. So I'm just standing there just jamming the riff while he's doing the opening verse. And there's nothing like that. I can absolutely understand how once these guys do a live show, they can never go back. They can never stop. And so people say, I don't understand why these bands are still touring. I do. I get it. Yeah. There is nothing like it.
That was Ozzy's dying request. I want to do one more show.
One more show.
Yeah.
One more show.
And he slayed it.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, there's just something about feeling the air moving from the amp hitting you, because it's so loud that you feel the air hit you from it. Like, it's crazy. People don't get what it's like standing right in front of those amps.
Oh, yeah.
And the drummer's right here in your ear. It's crazy.
I'm a music guy. I have a music degree, but I miss performing.
Oh, damn, yeah. What sort of performing did you do, Paul? Refresh me.
I'm such a nerd, man. I played the tuba.
Yeah.
Okay. Right
but
on.
I also play the guitar and piano, and I used to play in bands and stuff when I was younger.
Right.
I never knew this. This is new.
Yeah, I have a music degree. Then I went back and realized there were no jobs for tuba players, and I had to do something. So I went back and got a second degree in computer science, and that's what I did for 20 some years.
So what would be like the biggest type of performance you ever did?
I played in football stadiums.
Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah. Just football stadiums? Okay.
That's all. No biggie.
Like we're like part of like the marching band that would like come out in front of the football team, or what?
Yeah, I used to. I played at the halftime show at the Hall of Fame game one time, and I played at.
You're really understating this shit, by the way.
This is start of the conversation information.
Oh, and I've also done Hall of Fame game.
Yeah. Oh, but I played in a bar once. Yeah. Let me ramble on for 10 minutes.
Really nice,
and then,
Ron.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah.
I played in many NFL stadiums.
Oh my God, the way that you just rolled that in so softly, like it was
so Scott can clip my whole little story. Yeah.
It's not the same. It's different.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Being in a group of 150 people or whatever when you're on the field is a lot different than being in a band of 4 people.
No, that's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've done that too, and I actually enjoy that more, man. I'd rather be on the stage at the bar with people. Oh yeah. There's just so much energy there, and you're right. Standing in front of an amp when you're getting the back of your head painted is. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. What kind of, like a cover band? Were you guys doing like cover bands?
Yeah. I played in I used to play in a cover metal band and do stuff like that.
Look at this. Awesome. Look at where I bet you half of your fans don't even know this.
Yeah, no, I still noodle around on the guitar every once in a while, but my hands are so beat up. I've got arthritis and stuff. It's hard to play.
You got power chords, buddy.
Yeah, still can do an open E chord. My son's been playing, so it's a lot of fun. My son's been getting into it.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
3 chords and the truth. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. Get writing, Paul. Yeah.
Hey, I told Ron this story on text yesterday. I was looking at something. I can't remember what. Oh, my birthday's coming up. And I was looking, I have no idea. Like, I can't think of anything that I want or need. And Victoria's asking me, like, what do you? And so I was looking around at stuff, and I realized in this thought process that I have this old Nirvana shirt that I had never worn. Okay. And this is like, my aunt gave it to me for my birthday in '95. And it was,
That's
I was
crazy,
telling
man.
Ron, it was like a shirt that you could get from the mall. Like, it was the Nirvana Unplugged t-shirt. And at the time, I was Spencer's. Like, I was way too cool. Like, I'm not like, if it was like the Bleach cover, I'd like, oh yeah, I'd totally wear that, right? It'd probably have holes in it. I'd still have it to this day. But here's the thing, like, she gave it to me, and it was a gift, and it was very thoughtful. And I was like, I'm not going to get rid of it either. So like, I'm not going to wear it, but I'm not going to get rid of it. And I just folded up and put it in the drawer. That shirt has been folded up and put in the drawer, literally. So I'm also telling you that I guess I'm a pack rat. I saved this shirt since 95.
For 32 years.
It's been just in the drawer, like the bottom drawer. And I moved multiple times now. But it's like I just picked
So you
it
can
up
take
with
it out
the
of the drawer, just leave it in the drawer when you move.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it's been. So I got the shirt out and I'm looking at it and the tags are still on it. Like the sale tag and everything's hanging from it. I looked it up. It's worth $1,000. Like that
crazy.
shirt has sold for $1,000. And that
You
was
have
a shirt that was
mint
like
condition one.
Yeah, and that was a shirt that was like new condition, worn but never washed. This is new condition, never worn, never washed. Still has the tags on it. Yeah.
So make $1,500 on that thing.
I say all that because if there's any Nirvana fans out there that want a shirt for $1,000, I'll part with it.
That's fucking wild. I still need everyone's answers though, because now I'm just curious. So, Paul, you need one more. Well, you need two more, but you need one more in this shift. Or did you just did one? Did you do one? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I said Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, I
spreaded
said
it
Julius
out.
Caesar. That's right.
And then I said Kurt Cobain. So
All right, Ron, you're up, buddy.
I got one more.
You got one more.
Oh, fucking Elon.
I was thinking Elon too. Yeah.
Why not?
yeah, he's an interesting one.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to know what's going to happen in 20 years that he already knows about.
I want to hear him talk about technology and what we think we can do and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to need him to break it down real fucking simple, though.
Yeah, I don't care about the politics and all that stuff. I want to talk about tech and and going to space and, future of the human race type of stuff.
My last one is an easy one, but it's just because when I truthfully, when I think of like who I'd want to talk about or talk to, I always think, who would I want to just sit down and have a beer with? One drink. That's how I really decide if I want to talk to you. And Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Like,
He's an
just
interesting dude.
doesn't give a fuck.
I love Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I can't. So, every time he speaks, I'm like, I can't believe he said that. I love this fucking guy. I have that same disease, only a lot more people know you.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, he'd be my last one. He's great.
Yeah. Yeah. They're all good picks.
That was
Those
great.
are all good picks.
It's a great question. Whoever asked that.
Yeah,
I've never
still
even thought about that.
I'm still gonna hold Scott to his accurately rated status for this one.
Yeah, he owes us by next week 2 more.
I'll think it. Yeah, I'll
You
think
have
it
a
2
week.
more. I'll
You
think
have
it
a
2
week,
more.
and they better be good. They better not be last seconds.
You know what it is too is like my perspective's changed. I haven't thought about that kind of thing in a long time. But there was a time I would have been like, I remember like in art school, I would have been like, yeah, I'd really like to sit down with Robert Smith from The Cure and just like talk to him about like when Disintegration was made and talk about like the early albums and the influence that he had and what pop music, was like as that started to develop and he got popular. But now I'm like, okay, if he was there, I'd ask him, but I'm not going to go out of my way to set that up.
Right.
He's like, if I'm already in the coffee shop, we'll have this conversation, but I'm not driving to one to talk to him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could sit down with pretty much any of my favorite rock bands.
Yeah.
For sure. Because
Yeah.
they all have crazy stories. I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
Between the business and the life and the lifestyle. I mean, yeah. And every time I go to a show, that ends up happening. Like when we saw Smashing Pumpkins, I realized, I need to know more about you.
Oh, you did. Yeah. He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, and watching him play was ridiculous.
He's one of the best podcasters.
From like 10 feet away, watching him play guitar is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to talk to normal people too. Like if I could go back in time in northern Michigan, there copper was real popular and people moved. Like there's nobody who lives in the UP Upper Peninsula now, but there was a time that like that was the most populated, most dense area of the Midwest. And before that, it was like all fur trade and natives and French people that came in to do trapping. I'd love to talk to somebody who like worked in the copper mines and just like learn about their, like to me, that would be really cool. Like somebody who's
That
like
would be interesting.
back in time. What's their life like?
Probably shitty.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, dude. A lot of people died doing that stuff too. Like there was no like labor laws or safety
The
regulations.
amount of people who would just die at work back in the old days.
Yeah.
You just went to work the next. You continued working after Brett died.
Yeah.
There were mines that would be like 7 levels deep, right? And something bad would happen where they're like under a river and something gives way, and then all of a sudden like the bottom 4 levels are flooded and everybody in those levels were gone. They couldn't get them out in time. You know, and the river stopped. Like literally the river is just dried up because all the water.
It's all underwater.
Yeah, it's all down
That's
in the mine.
crazy.
Now. Yeah.
Fucking crazy. And here we are.
Good day to be on level 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh man.
So, Paul, what's your plan now? You're going to be at the Olympia, obviously.
Nah, I don't think I'm going.
You don't
Not
think
this
you're
year?
going?
Nah.
Paul's been in the game a long time. Everyone that's been in the game a long time sounds the same when these questions happen.
I've been
to 22 Olympias.
I've been to the Arnold. I've been this year.
Yeah.
I've been to the New York Pro, the Texas Pro.
Oh, yeah. I guess we
probably-
saw you at the Arnold, right? At the booth.
Yeah,
Because they
I think
all
I've
blend
been-
together for me.
I think I've had people competing every freaking weekend. I think I've been to a couple of the national shows.
You're going for
Been
the
to,
wrong
like-
reasons, Paul. I go to hang out with Ron and Scott. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You're going to work. That's
I
the
don't.
difference.
I don't care about the show. I'm there for breakfast.
I don't know. Maybe I could be convinced to go. I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't know
Meet
if I'm
us for
feeling it.
breakfast at what's it called, Juniors, and you'll be happy.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, Juniors is good. Yeah.
I got one more question for you, Paul. What do you think about where the coaching industry is going right now, generally for the bodybuilding realm? The bubble we're all in for coaching. What do you think the trend is? What do you think the next trend, the next problem? I don't know. What do you foresee?
Are you talking about good, bad, ugly?
Yeah, I don't just getting your feelings.
I think everybody wants to be a coach right now. That's what it seems like. And I think people are getting into it for the wrong reasons. They think it's going to be this meal ticket to make a bunch of money, and you can make a good living from it. But you guys know, if you've contest prep people, man, I think I did 50 couple contest preps this year.
Mm-hmm.
There are no days off, man.
Nope.
Yeah.
I haven't taken a day off in years.
Nope, no days off. You're working 7 days a week. I mean, I've owned business and stuff my whole life. I'm just used to doing that, but you're getting into it for the wrong reasons, and I think there's a lot of overcomplication going on right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like people overthinking shit, and it's really, and I'm not saying there's not nuance or
Right.
stuff that we need to consider, but like I think about it from this perspective. Have the physiques really gotten any better with any of the new science-based training methodologies?
That's what I
Dusty
say.
said the same thing.
No, it's still the same guys winning. It's the guys that have like, oh, that guy's got the best genetics in the show and he's the biggest and then you know what I mean? Like there's still the same
Yeah.
guys winning. I think that would have won anyways.
Yeah.
I think some things have improved. Like guys are more mindful of health stuff now, and probably are being more cautious and protecting their health a little better. I mean, you know, man, like 20 years ago, if your blood pressure wasn't high, you weren't trying. That was kind of the motto back then.
Yeah. The syringe isn't full.
Your
Yeah,
Anadrol
yeah,
wasn't
use it.
real.
Yeah, nobody was checking blood work. I mean, I don't
No.
remember anybody checking blood work in 2005. I mean, nobody was doing that shit. So I think that aspect of it has gotten better. People are being safer now. But really, I look at a lot of the new. You got to be careful what you say. But a lot of the new stuff that's coming along, new drugs, new things, but it hasn't significantly changed how people look.
Mm-hmm.
I think really just kind of doing the basics, train hard, eat meat and rice, take basic compounds that aren't going to make you sick and kill you, and just do it over and over every day, like Groundhog Day for 10 years is how you get big.
Yeah.
Right? It's like it hasn't changed.
Do you
I,
think that the and obviously I think this way, but I'm just curious if you agree that because it's a business for so many people now, they feel a need. Like I feel like a lot of coaches feel the need to be a co-star of the show. Meaning like
it's a syndrome.
last minute I had to do this. I spent some time with multiple coaches this year, and all of a sudden, like, everything's on point, and they're like, well, now we're gonna bring in the cheeseburgers, and I'm like, whoa, what, why, what's happening? Like, they look great right now, or you know what I mean? Like, and I have this conversation at home a lot, poor Nikki, and I'm like, in my opinion, the best coach of all time is Aceto, and I know how he operates, and it's the most simple shit. Every day, it's, you know, he is, in his eyes, he has nothing to do with the result. He's just doing what your body tells him to do, watching it come in. I mean, I've prepped with him for 8 years, I think, and some of my preps didn't even look like I had the same coach.
Right, because he wasn't following a bunch of trademark
no plan,
rules. Yeah,
no whatever, you know. And I don't know. I've noticed that a lot of these coaches, they it's like they have a signature that they have to put on everybody. And I feel like the thing that's gotten lost is all that you need to be your signature to be is that your people win.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It's really that simple.
I think the biggest, the way I would word it is they can't just let something cook.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a lot of times, like, you know, what did you do to him? Nothing. He looked good on Tuesday, and we just like kind of like followed like, it wasn't like there's this thing I do, you know. What do you do?
But at the same time,
I don't know how to
feel
word
like
it.
I could be dropped off in a show in Vancouver, an amateur show, and someone could say, Ron has 2 athletes in this show, and I could pick them.
Right.
I could watch the show and go, that's one of them, and that's one of them.
Well,
because if you are doing it that way, and it is simple, and you're paying attention, they're gonna be peeled, and they're gonna be full.
Yeah. That's the
you
plan.
know what I mean? It's like, but I really do think that that's a thing. I mean, there's so much extra thinking, and I think that it's because it's a business now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm sure you get this question, Paul. What do we do the last week?
I don't
Like
know.
on the first day they're starting with you. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck if I know, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I got one athlete that's eating like crazy. I got another that's barely touching food. I got somebody that's, we slammed down freaking 3 muffins. You know, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, it just really depends. I think, what did Aceto say? I saw him say it recently, that coaching is an art, not a science.
Right. Yeah. There's science, but it's He's like, it's where art and science meet. That's what I think of bodybuilding prep.
Interesting he says that. I've always, so in school, I had a professor that said photography, you know, I went to school for photography. He called photography the bastard child of art and science. Because you're using science, you know, you're using science, the exposure, the chemicals,
The lighting, the angles,
all of that.
It's all
right?
mathematical, technically.
But you're using it for a creative outlet, and you're putting this thing together. The lighting is, and the chemicals, they're the tools. And I would say I've always thought bodybuilding was the exact same thing.
Same thing.
The science is the tool. The physique is the art you create using the tools.
Yeah, the way I look at it, the science is your paintbrush that you're using. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, you're an arts major. So yeah, music's the same way. Music can be quantified into math. It's, you know, it's all intervals. You count to 4. You know, it's all scales are just a numerical pattern, but that's not how music's made. Yeah. Music's made from the soul.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you could be like real proficient, just like with photography. Like my sister played the flute, and she was really good at it, like first chair in the state and all that for it at one point. But she couldn't like just play. She could follow directions, and she could play well, but that's where it ended for her. Just like with photography, I've seen people that are like, oh, you know, I really love photography, but they're all about like, well, I used this lens and this aperture, and it's not
all the rules, but
the
you're
heart.
not a good photographer. And I think that's a lot of what bodybuilding is. You know, I mean, is you've got to be able to know that information and also know when it's time to throw it away.
Yep.
Yeah. Turn off your targeting computer.
Yep.
You know, old Star Wars reference. I use it all the time. You
know what Chris used to tell me because I used to ask him a lot of questions, because I realized I told him one day, I said, it sucks to know I'm never going to be as good as you. And he's like, what do you mean? And I said, well, unless you stop, your 20-year advantage will always be on me.
Right.
I can't catch up. And he said, well, the biggest thing that he does is, he said, when he looks at pictures, whatever his first decision is, he sends it, and then he closes the picture. He goes, because if not, I'll look at the pictures longer.
Yeah.
And then I might second guess myself. He goes, whatever I think first. He goes, I don't rush, but I think it through, and I say, this is what we're going to do. And he goes, then I type it and hit send, and then I close the picture down.
Right.
Because I don't want to think anymore. So
Yeah.
I'll deal with what happens from that picture tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, too, I think people think that with coaching, there is an absolute, like, correct way to make every decision. But there's a whole bunch of different routes you can take. So, you know, each decision doesn't mean you're hinging everything on the, it's not like
if this doesn't work, the whole prep's over.
Yeah. There's always the next meal. There's always the next morning. There's, you know what I mean? Like coming into a show, like you can find your way there a bunch of different routes. So, okay.
Well, we stole 2 hours of your time, man.
Yeah, Paul.
I told him it
stole
would be
2
an
hours
hour
of your
too.
time.
Yeah, we lied
I
your
had a
ass off.
blast.
Oh, did you lie to him? Why would you
I
do
did
that?
I unintentionally. We
But he knows
about
better.
An hour. About an hour.
He knows
Well,
better than to believe you.
My call canceled that I had scheduled at 3:30, so we're good.
Okay.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay. But thanks for coming on, man. It was
That was
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
to
man,
have
that
you.
was awesome, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Without without all the, guests being interviewed, us having to sit and, what I mean? It was fun just having you on and
I
talking
just
about
like
stuff.
shooting the shit.
Yeah. And sorry about Facebook, dude. That really sucks.
Yeah, it
so-
is what it is.
All of you out there. So if they banned you but they just took your Facebook, not your Instagram.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. 'Cause I put the exact same content.
Yeah.
Huh. Really
I posted stuff on Instagram that went over to Facebook, and that Facebook removed that content previously.
That's
but
interesting.
Instagram didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is interesting. Okay.
Well, buddy, we'll see you at Juniors. Scott, you too.
Pancakes to the face.
I haven't got Scott fully convinced yet either, so we're working here.
Absolutely. I'll be there, Dusty.
I know.
Okay.
We're lifers.
Thanks, everyone. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and
Ring the bell. Like button.
yes, hit all the buttons. Help us out. And remember, go to IamMutant.com. Save money. Use Dusty and Big Ron. Get your hardcore ISO. Get your big greens. Get your Mind FK. And everyone's got to get on the gear. Why are you even listening to our show if you're not on the gear? Order some gear. Whatever flavor you want. Get on IamMutant.com. Get yourself the EAAs. Tell them Ron, Big Ron or Dusty sent you.
Exactly.
Okay. Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks, Paul.
Yes.
Everyone go support Paul and on his Instagram, since he no longer has a Facebook. Everyone should be following him. I like when you put up do you actually go on Twitter or on X? Okay, because some people put up those posts that look like an X post.
Yeah, no, I'm lazy. I just cut and paste my.
But you use the actual
take screenshots.
screenshot? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I like when you put those up. I agree with all of those and try to make sure that you get a little tap. Okay.
Those
Please,
always
more
piss
of this to
people
my
off.
algorithm. Yes. There you go. Okay. If I'm ever in the area, you got to take me to a Commanders game, even if the stadium's a dump.
I'll take you, man.
Okay. We'll go to the grocery store and talk to Jaden.
That's right.
Okay. Thanks. Remember, it's just bodybuilding.